What's up, friends, family, YouTube, everybody watching? Check it out. Today I am bringing you a video that basically just describes what's happened to me after being off of Accutane for about 6 months. Basically, everybody wonders this, you know, you take Accutane and you have to deal with all this crazy stuff, all these side effects. And if you haven't actually heard about Accutane in a full dimensional way, then you probably think that Accutane is going to cause you all these crazy like suicidal thoughts and depression, and you can be bleeding out your butt and stuff like that. But I'm here to tell you what is actually happening to me after being off of Accutane 100% for 6 months. But before I go into all that, I need to give you guys some backstory so you understand who I am and where we're coming from and what exactly we're fighting against here. But before we go into all that, I need to give you guys some backstory so you understand who I am and where we're coming from, right? So I started Accutane about 2 years ago. I took Accutane for roughly 80 weeks long. Now when I started, my acne was just terrible. Like I've had really bad acne my entire life, all the way up from about 15 years old, until I started taking Accutane at around 21. And it was just getting worse and worse. I started taking Accutane and then it just started getting like even worse. I had the initial breakout of all these cysts and whatnot, and I went through the whole thing as far as like dry skin everywhere, eyes completely dry, the strength, my energy levels, my strength, my endurance, all just right through the floor, feeling really tired. No depression, no suicidal thoughts, nothing like that, no mental instability, but just lots of like fatigue and physical, I guess I was just being kind of held back a little bit physically. So in the beginning, I worked my way up to about 140 milligrams, then came all the way down, and now I am completely off. I stopped on week 80. It has now been 6 months, like I've told you a few times. And as far as my side effects go, this is where I'm at. My face is very clear compared to where it used to be. As I switched off of Accutane, I switched on to a vegan diet because I felt like I needed to have something to continue helping clear my skin, because I was still getting a few breakouts and I was still eating kind of some stuff that I probably shouldn't have eaten, maybe a little bit of sugary stuff, maybe a little bit of dairy here and there. Now it's just completely no dairy, no whey, tons of vegetables. I found that to help a lot. My skin has been a lot more clear and has stayed that way for the last 6 months. But now in the last month or so, I've realized that my face is actually starting to break out a little bit. Now I don't mean like it was back in the day, but what I'm saying is I'm more like a normal person now, where if I go and eat some bad food, like in Vegas I had a bunch of fast food, if I do something like that, I'm gonna experience a few pimples, a few tiny little whiteheads, one of those little pinprick ones that normal people get. I say normal people because the ones I used to get were like these marble sized ones. I never remember ever getting the tiny little whiteheads, and now I do get those, and that's perfectly fine. So what I'm saying is, after 6 months, I'm basically transitioning over from being like super dry Accutane, no acne able to be even produced, to now just like a normal amount of acne is able to be produced if, like, who knows, you don't wash your pillows, or you don't eat the right foods, or you don't get enough water in, or whatever it is, right? Now let's talk about the second strongest side effect, which is basically just dryness. My face was so dry, especially on the lower half, this bottom half under my nose. Just like flaky skin all the time. My upper forehead and whatnot was pretty dry as well, but the lower part of my face was always so dry. It took me about 3 months to get over the dryness as far as my lips and my skin went. And then after that, I've been pretty okay. It feels like my face has gotten more oily, so it's more moisturized. My lips, they used to be like cracked. It's to like the point I'm bleeding if I smile, like so dry. I used to have chapstick, 10 chapsticks around my entire life. My car, my bag, my gym bag, my room, everywhere. Like I'd have chapstick everywhere, like it was insurance or something. But now my lips are literally, I never put chapstick on them anymore. I don't need to, unless I went to Vegas where it's really dry. But other than that, like my lips are perfectly fine now. So it's so awesome that after all this time, I've basically gone from being really dry from the Accutane back to essentially normal. And a big one for me personally, especially because I'm a bodybuilder, it's my sport, it's my passion, and this might affect you if you're into any sports, you know, whether it's, you know, lifting weights or like football or golf or whatever it is, anything that requires athletic abilities. I felt my strength just plummet when I started Accutane. And as I was seeing the effects happen of Accutane, I was seeing my strength go down. Literally, my strength, just my actual strength was going down. Even when I was on a bulk, when I was starting with Accutane, I was eating a lot of food, right? So I should have been able to be strong. And I was seeing my strength go down, I was seeing my endurance go down, and I was seeing myself fatigue a lot earlier in my exercises, in my sports, and whatever, you know, outlet I was using. And I think, personally, I find that to be a result of taking Accutane. Now, just now, after 6 months, in the last probably 5 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks, I felt myself have all this strength come back. It's crazy. It's like Accutane. I said this in a previous video. Accutane is like anti-steroids, and when you finally get off of it, you forget where you were supposed to be in the first place. So I'm so freaking stoked about that. My strength is going up. I'm feeling really big and whatnot, and I'm feeling just kind of like a normal person again. Like, I literally had all these different things that I just got used to while I was taking Accutane. You know, all the dry lips and you know, your eyes are really dry and air hits them and you're just like, I'm sensitive to sun. Like, I walk out into the sun and my eyes literally, like, I have to squint all the time. That I don't have to do anymore. I would go outside and my skin would start burning. Literally, I could start feeling myself burning. I'd be like 2 minutes and I'd be like, I have to get out of the sun. It's too hot. I'm going to burn and get hurt. Now I don't have that problem as much anymore. I still can't go out and tan. That will burn me like full on. But I can go out in the sun for like 10 minutes and it's not gonna bother me. So these little things have changed, you know, these tiny little things have changed over time, and now what I'm seeing is I'm seeing all those effects that I had come on from Accutane, which weren't really all that severe or serious. They were there, but they weren't like just life-changing, and I'm seeing them start to revert back to normal. So in my personal experience, guys, to conclude, in my personal experience from using Accutane, after stopping it for 6 months or so, I've seen myself pretty much make a full recovery as far as reversing all the side effects that I got from taking Accutane for about 1.5 years. So there you go, there you guys have it. I thought this video would be very educational for those who are thinking about taking Accutane, want to see what happens after you take Accutane. For those who have heard the stories where like, oh, you're gonna have this side effect forever, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. Remember, you have to look at all pros and all cons. You have to look at all positive stories as well as all the negative, crazy stories. You know what I'm saying? You have to take everything from yin and yang at 360. You got a full perspective of it. You can't just hear one side, right? So I hope this guy So I hope this video provided that for you guys, gave you guys some educational insight as to what one man has experienced with Accutane, and I'm sure there are so many other stories, so please go fishing around, find other people's stories, find out what has happened with them, what worked for them, what didn't work for them. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments below, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'd love to make more videos for you guys, and I'd love to know what you guys want to see, so please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker.